I can do nothing to change a mind. My thoughts are as weightless as I wish I was, but all that matters in the end is pretty. When treated carefully, a face exhumes the power that a body might have if its innards dangled ornamentally like the pearls of a lady. All the girls want is to be pretty. Which is why, when slighted, we reach for the ink that might blacken our eyes, the rouge for the puff of a cheek, and glitter to adorn the bone. And then we reach for our phones. If we are pretty, we are not alone. Loneliness is just freedom when you're pretty. A gift bestowed by Aphrodite, Hypatia could comprehend astronomy because both she and the stars were pretty. So I press the stardust to my closed eyelids because a gaze cannot be dull when emitted from somewhere sparkly. Historically, women have been so pretty. We have collapsed monasteries and monarchies, and still nerve is born to reduce us to an after-work activity. It is, by definition, insanity. I've considered filling my pout with a needle like how the girls of Florence would swell their pupils to bursting with drops of belladonna. Who would dare to say no to such violent glamour? They would never neglect to please me if I was pretty. Pretty demands the dowry, pretty pays the price. It is the simple difference between an existence and a life. So we are pretty at the dinner table, pretty all the time. We're pretty when we're coming, and we're pretty when we cry. We are pretty in our sweatpants, pretty in a dress. We're pretty when he's lying, and we're pretty when he jests. I was pretty with a cocktail. I was pretty for his mum. I was pretty when he finished, even though I wasn't done. And I am pretty when I'm angry. I'm pretty after work, but in the end, it doesn't matter if I'm prettier than her. Because she's pretty in the right way. She hardly has to try, and I'm pretty for a poet, but not pretty like a wife. When it hangs there in the balance, pretty feels like a knife. So the question we've left to ponder, girls, is his throat or mine?